The gaming landscape is no doubt changing, and is it changing for the good? Is it changing for the bad? I think that realistically comes down to individuals and how they feel specifically about these changes themselves. So, it's going to be interesting to see how this kind of plays out. But for me, anyway, this is kind of weird. And I'm not saying that it's necessarily a bad thing. I'm just saying that it is a little bit weird, and it's one of those things that, quite honestly, I'm not sure exactly how to take it just yet. But, at the end of the day, I'm sure a lot of you will have something poignant to say or something interesting on the subject, because I do think that it is a very interesting topic and one that we probably shouldn't shy away from. So I want to get into it. Should be a good video. Thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate it. So Microsoft is going to be the first company to do this, by the way, and for consoles and things like that. I think that it's going to be interesting, to say the least. Microsoft is offering generative AI tools, AI tools to its studios, which includes Design Copilot and Character Engine. So you might go, oh, what's that mean? So Microsoft and AI company InWorld AI have announced a multi-year co-development partnership, which will see the companies work to develop a range of AI tools for Xbox studios. Those tools include an AI Design Copilot and an AI Character Runtime Engine. The Design Copilot will be able to take prompts and turn them into detailed scripts, dialogue, trees, quests, and more, according to the company. Now, the Character Runtime will enable entirely new narratives with dynamically generated stories, quests, and dialogue. In a statement accompanying the announcement, General Manager of Gaming AI at Xbox said the partnership will combine InWorld's expertise in working with generative AI models for character development and Xbox strengths in revolutionizing accessible and responsible creator tools for all developers. Now, in August, InWorld AI announced it was receiving funding from Microsoft's venture capital subsidiary M12, bringing the company's total valuation at the time to $500 million. InWorld AI was behind the technology used by modder Block to create Sentient Streets, an AI-powered mod for GTA 5, which allowed players to speak to NPCs and create dialogue on the fly. The mod was shortly taken down by publisher Take-Two, however. Now, AI has been a massive talking point for the industry this year. At GDC, Eurogamer's Chris Tapsell went to the ground to see how developers felt about use of the AI in development. AI has been heavily criticized by voice actors, including David Hayter and Jane Perry from Returnal. Protections for voice performance and capture artists against AI is one of the issues which contributed to the expansion of the ongoing strike, including the games industry and things like that. But I can imagine that probably some of the AI involved here realistically has very little to do with, trying to copy or mimic other voice actors and things like that. I think that would be a silly thing for them to do. But at the end of the day, I feel like Microsoft will definitely probably want to use something like this, because let's just be real, Microsoft has a lot going on in that AI space, and it realistically is something that, when you have an Xbox, when you have like that type of thing going on, I feel like, it probably would be somewhat cheaper to use some AI. You would constantly have content. The only problem for me personally, or a problem that I would see with some of that, is like people's experiences would be different, and I'm not sure that everybody would be as on board with that. I know that sounds silly or whatever, but I'm just being honest about it. Like when I play Halo, and there's a certain level, right? Everybody that played Halo has that same level. So, I know that there are procedurally generated certain things in games, like Starfield or whatever, but I also realize that there's also a lot of already locked content in there as well. So what I mean by that is what you see is you don't always necessarily see everybody kind of doing the same thing, but there are certain base things that are exactly the same, like the same story, the same ending, that or different endings or whatever, but we all have the ability to get there on our own. Whereas I'm not sure that I would enjoy just something through AI. Plus, I don't think AI is particularly there yet. I know that might sound silly, but like I use AI things for pictures sometimes, or just to mess around with it, and it's sometimes the results can be quite horrifying. So yeah, I'm not really sure what to make of this. Maybe this is for like deep in the future, or help like trees or whatever, help them develop. And I have no problem with that, right? Like, hey, you want to use AI to help put trees or build a forest or houses in a game or a neighborhood or something. Hey, I'm all for that. I think that can probably be a smart thing, but I don't think that I am for the ability to do things on the fly, where only I would be experiencing that and nobody else would experience that just like that. So I think that that's probably where I draw the line a little bit anyway. But it could be very interesting to see how everybody kind of reacts to this. I haven't seen too many people talking about it. But yeah, very interesting to say the least, with what they could do, and what they could do in the future. You know, I think that that's something that could happen, basically, because when you go back and you look at these types of articles, and what it's saying, that will allow developers to create AI powered characters, stories, and quests, the multi-year partnership with this as well, responsible creator tools for developers, AI design for Copilot. Obviously, this is something that they've been working on for a while. It says AI has long been an integral part of game development, with applications ranging from enemy AI to procedural generation. The emergence of large language models and generative AI has unlocked new opportunities for storytelling and character engagement within games. Microsoft is only offering this as an optional tool for game developers, so it will be up to them to decide on the level of generative AI in the future. The Finals developer Embark Studios recently had to defend against its use of AI-generated voices, arguing that making games without actors isn't an end goal. Any use of generative AI in creative fields like design or voice acting is controversial, obviously with the strike going on them and things as well. Microsoft, however, is positioning its tools as a helping hand, much like it has positioned its Copilot system for Microsoft 365 and Windows, saying they want to try to help it make it easier for developers to realize their visions, try new things, push the boundaries of gaming today, and experiment to improve gameplay and character connection. So we'll see what happens. Again, very interesting, but again, also somewhat controversial. So we'll see how this goes. Microsoft, this stuff comes out and people just kind of lose their minds over it. I don't know. It's kind of crazy to say the least, but let me know what you guys think. I definitely appreciate it. You guys have been amazing. I'm Crap Gamer. This has been Crap Gamer Reviews. Really do appreciate everybody checking out my videos. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. So rack them up, fact them up, Crap Gamer 'em up, Crap Gamer out.